Okay, boys and girls, guess what? This is our last lesson of the year. All right, so today we're going to go over a few things, not just where it says mean. We're going to go over mean, median, mode, and range. So, what is the mean? Here's what the mean is. What you do is, if you get a set of numbers like this, I'm going to tell you right now, what I usually do is I put them in order. They don't have it in order here, but I usually do that. It just makes it a little bit easier for not necessarily mean, but for doing median and mode. So I have 2, 3, and I cross them out when I do it, when I write them. 4, I got 2 5s, and then 7 and 9. I would always write them numerical order. It makes it a lot easier. And to find the mean, all you do is you add up all the numbers and then divide by how many numbers there are in the data set. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So add it up, divide by 7, and the mean, which means the average, is going to be 5. So mean is the average. All right, excuse me. So next one is the median. All right, so this is how you do the median. Number one is, what is the median? The median means the middle number. Sometimes there's not a middle number, so I'm going to show you how to figure that out in a second. The middle number. So what you need to do is this, and I like to say median. Sounds like medium. So medium, you have small, medium, large. It's in the middle. So you're looking for the middle number. All right. So the first thing is to put them in order. You must put them in order. Then what we usually say is we karate chop them. So to karate chop, you do this. You cross out the first one, then the last one. You cross out the second one, then the second last, and you go in order like that. And when you have an odd number of numbers or odd number of data, you will always have a middle number. So that middle number would be 5. That is the median. Now, what happens when you don't have an odd number? You have an even number. So let me just move my page up. So if you look at this one, again, you put them in order. We karate chop. First one, last one, next one, second last, and then you have 2 numbers. Whatever those 2 numbers are, you add them and then divide by 2. So that answers 4.5. So if these numbers are 6 and 7, you add them, divide by 2, you get 6.5. If there's 6 and 10, you add them up, which is 16, divide by 2 is 8. If they're the same number, well, if it's 5 and 5, it could be. You divide by 2, you know the answer is going to be 5 because 10 divided by 2 is 5. So if they're the same number, that's going to be your median number. All right, so that's median. Next one is the mode. Mode means most often. So mode, mode, M-O means most often. So we want to find the number that comes up most often. So what I like to do again is I put them in order. They don't have them in order here. I put them in order, and then it's easier to see. So if I write these in order, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 7, 9. If I say 2, which one is most often? You would say it's the 5s. So it's 5. 5 is most often because there's 2 5s. Sometimes you might have a bimodal. Bimodal means that there's 2 numbers that comes up most often. So if I write these out, you got 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Sorry, it's a little sloppy. 7. Okay, I cross them all out. So I see that we have 2 2s and 2 5s. If we have 2 2, 2 5s, we have 2 and 5. So it's bimodal. This one's trimodal because you have 3. Now, there's something in here that they didn't show you is this. I'm going to write some numbers here. And if I have numbers in my data set that are, let's say, 1, 2, and 3, and I say to you, what's the mode there? What comes up most often? Your answer would be no mode. No mode. And the reason why it's no mode is none of the numbers come up most often. They're all the same. So how about if you had this? I have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Again, no mode, because they all come up the same amount of times. So if the numbers come up the same amount of times, there's no mode. Now, if I did this, though, if I added, let's say, 0 here, okay, so I have 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, then it would be trimodal. 1, 2, and 3 come up the most often. So if there's again, if they are numbers that come up the same amount, all the numbers come up the same amount, there's no mode. All right, one last one is range. Range is really easy. You put them in order, and then what you do is you take the biggest number minus the smallest number, and you get the range, which is 7. So range is the range of data from the first to the last number. Just subtract them, and that tells you your range. All right, so you should have a calculator in front of you. We're going to go over some of these. I'm going to do a couple together. I'm going to do the first one with you, and then you're going to do a couple. So I see that I read my problem. There's some data here, and I like to, number one, is put it in order. So I'm going to do 17, 18, 20, 20, and 20. All right, let's start with range, because range is easy. So we take the biggest minus the smallest, so our range will be 3. I'm going to do median last, because median I have to do karate chop. The mode here is which number comes up MO most often. Well, that's 20. The mean, we add them, and then I'm going to divide them up. So I'm going to add these up real quick. So I have 17 and 18, which is 35, and I have 20, 20, and 20, which is 60, so I get 95. So it's 95, and I need to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you do that, it's going to be 19. So our mean is 19. And sometimes mean can be a decimal also. If it doesn't divide evenly, you're going to get a decimal. All right, so the median. So we karate chop. 17, the first one, 20, 18, 20, and my median number is going to be 20. All right, so here's what I want you guys to do. You guys try this one. Put them in order first, and then try to find the range, mode, median, and mean. And again, I would do the median last after you put them in order. So pause and then hit play. Okay, so first thing, let's put them in order. I got 22 twice. I got 24, 25, and 27. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is range. 22 and 27, I subtract them, I get 5. Mode, most often, you can see it's going to be 22. All right, so let's do the mean. Mean means I add it all up and divide by 5 because there's 5 numbers. So I got 22 and 22 is 44, plus 24, plus 25, plus 27. That's 120 divided by 5, and I get 24 is my mean. Now, median, remember, karate chop. And 24 is your median number. All right. You guys pause and then hit play and try this one. Remember, put them in order first. Okay, so here we go. So I see I have 13. There's a 14 here. Hopefully you didn't miss that. 15, and then I have 2 19s. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is range again. 19 minus 13, and the answer is 6. I'll do mode, most often is 19. Mean, let's add them up again. So we have 13 and 14 is 27, plus 15, 19 and 19 is 38, so I add that. I have 80, and then 80, and we'll divide it by 5 because there's 5 numbers, and I get 16 for the mean. The median, karate chop, and that answer is going to be 15. Okay, so let's move on. All right, so here's what I'd like you to try. What I want you guys to do is this. You could skip number 2. I want you to try number 1. So put them in order first, then get the range, mode, mean, and median. Pause, then hit play. All right, so here we go. So I see a 2. I see no 3, but I see a 4. I see 2 5s. Actually 3 5s. That's why you cross them out. 6, then a 7. And then you could write underneath. That's what I'm going to do. 8 and 2 9s. All right. So since they're in order, the range is easy. It's 9 minus 2, which is 7. The mode, most often, is going to be the 5s because there's 3 of them. Now, if there were 3 9s, then it would be 5 and 9. The mean now, let's add these up. So we have here, I have 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 and 10, 6 and 10 is 16, plus 5 is going to be 21, plus 6 and 7 is 13, plus 8 plus 18, and I get 60. So this equals 60, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that'll be 6 when we divide. The median number, let's karate chop. Remember, you go from first and then last and so forth. And then I have 5, 6. So remember, if it's 5 and 6, you add 5 plus 6, divide by 2. So I get 5.5 is my median number. All right, let's move on. Let's try this one. So these are tally marks. So what you're going to do is you just need the median number. So the median number. So we start with this is 3. And go ahead and figure that out. Put them in order and then find the median number. So pause and hit play. Okay, so this is 2, 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 and this is 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s, 3, 4, 5 2s, a 3, and a 5. So we need the median. Median means karate chop. So the answer would be 2. All right, so we have a couple more. Let's try this one. You're going to do the mean, median, mode, and range. Remember, put them in order first. Pause, then hit play. Okay, here we go. So I see I have, 4 and 4, and another 4. I have, what's next? I have 2 17s. I have a 20. I have 24. I have 27, 29, 27, 29, and 34. All right, so the range is pretty easy. 34 minus 4 is 30. Most often, I see 4s most often. Mean, okay, let's do the mean. Let's add them up. So 3 4s is 12, plus I have 2 17s, so that's 34, plus I have 20 and 24, which is 44, plus 27, plus 29, plus 34. So I have 180. So I have 180, and I'm going to divide it by 1. Oh, I don't want to cross out yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Divide by 10. Simplify, I get 18. And the median, now I could cross out. First, last, next, next, next. And I get 20 and 17. So you have to add and divide by 2, so it's 37. 37 divided by 2 is going to be 18.5. So it's 18.5. All right, so next, let's see. I think we might have one more. All right, last one. All right, so put them in order and then go ahead and try to figure out. So pause, then hit play. All right, here we go. So I got 20. Whoops. I got 20, 22, 24, 20, 22, 24. I got 26, 26, 28, 29, 28, and 29. All right, so the range is 9 because 29 minus 20. The mode most often will be 26. Now, if there was only one 26 there would be no mode because there wouldn't be one that's most often. All right, let's do the mean real quick. So if I do the mean, it's 20 and 22 is 42, plus 24, plus what we got? 26 and 26 is 52, plus 28, plus 29. So I get 175. And I want to divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So divide that by 7. And I get 25 as my mean. And then finally the median, karate chop. And I get 26 as the median. All right, boys and girls, don't forget to do the classwork then. Have a great day.